Hey there. Some of you have asked how to let go, how to move beyond whatever it is that's blocking you in this moment or in the larger stream of your life. So, this exercise that we're going to do together is that process of removing the blockages. And it's super simple, not always easy, but it's something you can come back to again and again. And so, what I want to remind you is that what happens is when we have experiences that come up in our lives that feel like trauma as we grow and develop, as we're children and we move into adulthood. And when that energy, when those emotions are not allowed to cycle through, they become trapped in our bodies. Emotion is energy just like everything else. And so when it gets trapped, it creates blockages. Those blockages are what keep us from moving forward. Okay, and it can create all sorts of issues in our own physical bodies, but also in our mental and then also out in our reality. So what we're going to do today is identify those experiences where we weren't able to allow our emotions to cycle completely through. That could even be something as simple as, getting caught in traffic or having somebody cut you off and you felt like you were about to get into an accident, right? And there was that moment, and it's like, oh, whew, okay, it's fine. But maybe your kids were in the car or something else was going on, or you were on the phone and you didn't actually get to cycle through that, right? How many people have had that happen? So this process is to connect to those experiences one by one and identify at least 5 emotions that you can let go of or at least be with. Let them be. So that's how we're going to work through this. So I'm going to invite you to allow your eyes to float closed. And what I want you to do is just take a deep breath in through your nose. And then just exhale out through your mouth. You may make an audible sound or it may be completely silent, but go ahead and take another deep breath. And this time hold at the top, and as you exhale, I want you to definitely make a noise, some kind of a sigh or sound. Good. One last breath in. Now I want you to imagine letting it all out. Everything that has come up until this moment, just breathe it all out. Good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to reach down into your subconscious where some of these experiences have been trapped as emotions. We're going to reach down into your subconscious and you're going to connect to just one experience. In the beginning, maybe not something super deep. So just identify an experience, and you can use your mind to do this, but for the remainder of the exercise, we aren't going to be using our minds. We're going to be using our bodies. We're going to be using our energy. We're going to be using our vibrations. So you can use your mind, identify an experience. It could be, like I said, something as simple as being cut off in traffic or almost having an accident or actually having an accident. So once you have that experience, I want you to drop down into your body and feel in your body where that emotion got trapped. So it might be, often emotions get trapped in the trunk of your body, but it could also be in your shoulders or even your feet. So just notice, and without labeling or trying to figure it out or going through the experience again, I just want you to feel it. And take a deep breath and just notice, if it hasn't happened already, just notice that an emotion may be associated with this experience. That emotion could be frustration, it could be anxiety, it could be fear. How you name it, what word you use isn't as important as just noticing it and being the watcher of it, really just being the witness of it. So just notice it, see what's happening, where you're seeing it in your body. All it takes to release an emotion, a trapped emotion, is awareness and intention. So you're really just watching it. And yes, you have the intention of letting it go, but it may not be letting go. It may just be being with this emotion. So just be with it for a few moments longer. And when you start to notice a shift, you may start to see it dissipate. You may just feel yourself being okay with the emotion and noticing that it's sort of like a partner with you. Now, I want you to invite you to move back up into your head. Recall the experience. And I want you to identify another emotion. And then we're going to drop down into your body. And I want to invite you to just feel the emotion. Just be present with it. Continue to breathe. Keep your body open. Just be the watcher. That's all you're doing. It's like you're watching a movie. And while you're watching the movie, you're feeling whatever arises in you, whatever feeling, whatever emotions. Just feel it. If this is hard or upsetting, you can tell yourself, I am safe to feel this emotion. And then have the intention to either let it go or just be with it. But you can repeat this, I am safe. Now, if the intensity gets to be too much, you can take a break now and come back to this later. And once you're able to get connected, once you're able to watch this emotion and intend, again, awareness and intention, once you're able to be in this space, drop down in your body, watching it, it may show up as tightness in your chest, right? Or constriction in your throat. Just watch it, be with it. Yeah, and you can intend to let it go. Good. When you're ready, we're going to pop back up into your mind. Again, recall the experience. You're getting the hang of this now. And notice what emotion comes up next. And then drop back down into your body. See where it is. It might be in the same place. It might be in a different place. You're doing great. And just be with it. Maybe you start to notice it's got a color or a smell. This emotion has a taste, or it has a particular feeling. I always want to invite you to intend to let it go. Because you are the watcher of all of this. You are the consciousness that's watching this happen in this form, right? This meat suit that you're wearing, that your consciousness is wearing. You aren't your body. You aren't your emotions. So I want to invite you to intend to let it go. And just watch and notice what comes up. Good. And now we're going to pop back up into your mind. You know what to do. Recall the experience. Notice the emotion. What emotion arises with that experience? You may not have any more emotions. You might be done now. And that's okay. You can move on to the next experience. That's great. You can recall a similar experience or related experience. Don't overthink this. Just notice what comes up. Oh, it's done. Oh, it's still here. Okay, here's the emotion. Now drop back down into your body. You may notice that this emotion is a cousin to an emotion you've already identified. Like frustration might be a cousin to impatience, and you've already released impatience. That's okay. Just be with whatever comes up. You're doing great. So again, whenever you start to notice, maybe your emotion shows up as ether, and the ether starts to disperse and kind of like float away in the air, and you no longer see it or feel it. Or maybe you just become one with the emotion. Or maybe you just invite it to be your partner on this journey. However your experience is exactly how it's meant to be. And we're going to pop back up one more time. recall your experience and bring one last emotion, a fifth emotion. And I want to bring you back into your body. Feel it. Bring awareness to it. A peaceful awareness to it. A heart of peace awareness to it. And then intend to let it go. And just notice what's happening in the arc of this experience. What are you noticing? Are you becoming more peaceful overall? Are you becoming more antsy overall? Just notice. Again, it's whatever's happening, accept it as it is. Great. Now I want to invite you to pop back up into all that you are. Left brain, right brain, logic, creativity, stillness, peacefulness. The one that you are, the consciousness who watches all of this. I want you to check in on this experience and see if it is clear and clean. If it's not, you can continue this process until you either get tired or it's completely clear. If you're clear right now, I'm going to invite you actually to, in another day or two, I want you to just come back to this experience and just check in and make sure that this one is clean and clear. It may just appear to be clear for this one moment. So you want to go back and check in with it later. Make sure that this experience is clear of emotions. Great. So I want to also encourage you to drink lots of water, give yourself some grace, give yourself some space to continue to process, your body to process, and continue to release. You may notice feeling a little more emotional over the next couple of days. You may notice yourself feeling a little more reflective, requiring some, quiet time. That's wonderful to create that for yourself and to continue to create space for your healing and your releasing of these emotions. What's on the other side of this is a beautiful experience of interfacing with life that is through this oneness, this being with the world and with everything that unfolds in the universe. Complete empowerment and permission and a raising of your vibrational frequency, a rising of your consciousness on the planet. And then there's an impact in the collective consciousness. The collective rises when you release your own emotions because that has an impact. So great job. I am so grateful to be your partner on this journey and keep on letting go of emotions.